Well, hello, everybody. My name's Daniel.
And I'm Laurie.
And we are Daniel and Laurie from the Getting Dirty podcast. And this is our very first video race recap. And in this video, it's going to be Rugged Maniac from way back in 2014. Here we are jumping over the wall, getting into the starting corral and getting ready to run this thing.
Now, this race was a lot of fun. It was at a location that we hadn't seen a race at before. So it was kind of new to us. We weren't sure what to expect. Even though it was in Temecula, and we see races at Temecula a lot, they aren't usually at this particular location. So we weren't really sure what to expect.
Yeah, it was definitely new and fun and exciting. And I know we were really excited to do this because this particular race was one... It's semi-famous, I guess. It had an appearance on Shark Tank.
Right. Now, that was really interesting. One of the owners of this race ended up... Actually, I'm sorry. I think they were both on there.
Yeah.
Ended up going on and... presenting it to the Shark Tank. And if you're not familiar with Shark Tank, this is the show on NBC, I believe, where you're in front of some, billion-dollar investors who want to invest in your company, and you have to kind of sell your company.
Right.
And they're sharks, and they're actually pretty mean to most people.
Right.
So it was kind of cool to see them on the show because, anytime you bring obstacle racing into the mainstream, it's really exciting.
All right, here's our first obstacle. This is the most challenging one of all. Getting wet already. I mean, we're already just starting this thing and we're already getting wet.
Our feet are wet.
I don't like squishy feet. I don't like being squishy.
Well, that's really interesting when you're at a race and that's the first thing they do is take you through the water. You always hear the collective groan and moan of everybody.
That's me.
But at the same time, that's why you're there. You want to experience obstacles right away. You don't want to have to run for 3 miles before you do your first obstacle.
Right. Well, I did run in these Reebok shoes, these obstacle racing specific Reebok shoes.
Spartan race.
Yeah,
Reeboks.
exactly. So, and you know what? The water drained right out, so not lots of squishy going on, especially right here. The squishy just kind of went away after we were going up these hills.
Yeah, now this is kind of neat. You see this at other races. Usually they're bigger, but as you can see, a lot of these obstacles are geared more towards people who maybe aren't real familiar or don't do a lot of obstacle racing. So you've got some little sand dunes that you're going up and over. First few, are a little slippery and muddy, but once you get towards the end and your feet are... dried off, it's not too bad, but it's a good quad burner. You can see over and over again, and it's really funny to watch when you see the people. They all start out really strong and fast, and then when they get to like that 6th or 7th sand hill, they kind of slow down a little bit because it starts working your quads.
Sorry, I was getting the dog. Sorry about that. The dog ran out and it was like scratching on the door. I mean, you probably didn't hear that.
Oh, come on.
I
come
heard
on.
it.
We're supposed to be professional here.
I wanted to show us walking. All right, here we go.
So this is like an equestrian track.
Right.
So it is pretty flat. This is what your standard.
Watch me go.
Oh, tough. I hope you edited me out. Okay, good. You did.
I did, yeah, because otherwise, you would have been mooning
5
the audience
hours.
there.
I know. Thank you. Yeah, let's try to cut out the butt shots, please. But these are your standard 4-foot walls. Usually, a lot of times,
Like
if you've got some upper body strength, you can actually just push yourself over. All right, Jacob's Ladder. Super easy. Nothing really challenging in this one, unless you're afraid of heights. But it is a little intimidating. You can't really tell too much on this video, but the rungs are pretty far apart. So when you're coming up and over, you actually have to have a pretty good stride coming down this in order.
This is the part there I'm like, oh,
yeah,
boy.
in order to get over.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So you can see some people, even though it looks pretty easy, even though it looks pretty easy, some people are still a little intimidated by this, which is understandable. And as you can see, we like wearing our gloves. These are some gloves that I actually just picked up at Lowe's.
When I remember.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them. They drain pretty well. I personally usually take them on and off. I know other people don't, but they're like $10 at Lowe's. You could probably get them at Home Depot, Walmart, any of those places. But I personally do it just so I'm not getting splinters.
Watch this. I'm going to go. Go.
All right.
Go.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jump over the caverns.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Stop. No.
Nope.
I think I will go around.
The trenches. The dreaded trenches.
Here we go.
All right.
Now I'm going to go for it. Now I'm going
I'm look at me. Oh, yeah. I'm cheating.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Off to the side.
Okay. But I do have to say.
I'm on the side, too.
I do have to say. I'm
Last
on the
one.
side.
Ugh, there we go.
I have to say, I know. I was kind of cheating a little bit, but just so you know, I was nursing an injury. I had a pulled hamstring, so most of of this video, unfortunately, is Laurie walking.
Yeah.
But that's because
I cut it out, man.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I ran up until this point.
Here we go.
Now the tipping
Out of
point.
breath practically. Now this is
The tipping point. Now, it's funny. Daniel thought this was so easy. For some reason, I was really intimidated by this. It looked really high, and I was like, oh, holy moly. It's a balance beam, and it seems pretty easy, but I was a little scared at first. I don't know why.
Hold my hand.
I know. I was like, hold my hand. I'm such a wimp.
But, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, anyone can do these, and you do it the way you want to do it.
I must say from watching this, my badassery quotient has dropped. Yeah. I think I need I need to step it up a notch.
I mean, look. It's not that hard, really.
I know.
Here we go. Come on.
Okay, don't fall. Don't fall. Maybe.
No, I got this. It's just like slow and sexy.
Look at you.
That's how it's.
Not slow and steady wins the race. Slow and sexy wins the race.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, not
this
one
time,
but two.
But this time you say, "I got this."
All right, you know what?
I don't need help.
I got it. I got it. 1, 2, and.
In fact, I'm going to go at the same time. See how that works?
Watch, like a boss. Like a boss. Yeah. I'm like, victory. Victory is mine. All right. I think I went faster than you did.
Well, whatever.
That's all right.
Wait till you see we got some good stuff coming up on this video.
Everybody at their own pace, right?
Yes, here we go.
But look how pretty it was. It was such a beautiful day. The weather was perfect. You couldn't have asked for a better day.
That's true.
All right, beam me up. This is kind of similar to Jacob's Ladder, but it's straight up and down. And I don't know, what's really a difference? It's bigger. It's taller.
Yeah. I edited out your butt again.
Thank you very much. So this one I
concentrated on hers instead.
Nice. Thank you. You deserve that. Okay. So, you got the rungs spread further apart. They actually look closer together, but they're further apart, and you've got rungs on both sides. So, you got people coming over, and you're facing people as you're coming down, as you're going up.
This is the scary part.
Yeah, straight down. Don't fall.
Because if you fall, man, I'm an old man. I will get hurt.
What do you think? You're like 10, 12 feet up?
Something like
20, 30? No.
I don't know.
Not that high. Maybe 10 or 12 feet. But yeah, it is funny because when you do these obstacle races, you do see people who are intimidated by different types of things. Like some people we saw totally freeze on those because they're afraid of heights, Oh,
well, I'm one of them. I'm totally afraid of heights, but I wanted to do, watch this.
Okay, leap of faith. Basically,
I just said, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Woo!
And the water was so cold. And I have to admit, I was a chicken. I kept asking the volunteer, I'm like, is it really cold? How cold is it? He's like, it's fine. It's not that cold. So I was kind of a chicken. I was like, ugh. I was like, that's the theme of this race. Laurie's a chicken.
Yeah, and I waited there for a long time.
Little.
I just said, you know what? Bye.
I was like, should I? And so finally there's this other girl. She was standing there too.
I left.
Yeah, she was standing there
you
too.
Finally caught up.
And we both jumped in. I jumped in. I got wet. It felt good afterwards. All right, claustrophobia. Speaking of things that people are afraid of, these trenches are always, I think they're a lot of fun. They have it covered. This one was covered with plywood. Sometimes they have the plywood with the hay over it, which I think, there they go. They have the hay. And if you don't like dark spaces or closed-in spaces, this is one you could have trouble with. And another thing on this one that you have to watch out for is rocks, like that giant rock right there.
Yeah.
So many people get those rocks in the knees, and that does not feel good on your kneecap.
It does not.
But, I
forgot my gloves on this one.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? You're probably better off because I ended up with muddy gloves. So I was carrying around muddy gloves the rest of the race. But, it's funny. I always kind of shuffle my hands, and so that way I could feel any rocks, because sometimes those are pretty dark. So if I feel any big rocks, I actually move them out of the way, because I'm a courteous racer.
I believe the guy behind me was like, hurry up.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah. Okay, then that's another one then.
Yeah, it was a different one.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, similar to this though.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, and going back to the weather, it was perfect. I think it was like maybe high 60s, so it was awesome.
Oh, now see the guy up there. See what he was doing?
Yeah,
that's what you're supposed to do. Watch what I do. Boop,
yeah,
boop.
This one is kind of interesting. This is called
step.
Ninja Escape. You're supposed to, kind of almost like a little parkour thing, go back and forth on it, and it's a little harder than it looks.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think I did a couple, and that was it. It was.
There
you go. See, I got one. I did all of it. So Pipe Dream. This is another one of those where you go through, and if you're claustrophobic or afraid of the dark, it's kind of weird.
Well, look what happens. Look at you go into water with barbed wire on the top.
And this was actually kind of fun because you go face first into the water, and they got barbed wire, so you can't stand up, so you're crawling through it, and then on the other side, you have to go back up one of these pipes, which is always interesting. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, this is the one where the guy was just like, hurry up now.
Yeah.
I kind of slid on my butt on this first one.
On your stomach?
Right.
Yeah.
That too.
You need to pull yourself through, and then you're like slinking through the water.
These are not my favorite things to do.
Oh, see, I think this is pretty fun. On this, to me, the only thing that's really challenging is when you get up to the other side, try to pull yourself out,
Right.
you know, because you got gravity working against you.
Because I like the way I do it is I kind of use my knees and my legs and push myself forward
right.
instead of using my arms and pulling myself forward. I find that to be a little bit easier for me.
Uh-huh.
But it's still, slow and painful.
Yeah.
We're not like elite racers, we're just normal people like everybody else. And so I'm not like, I don't have like massive upper body strength and all that other stuff.
Joe Schmo.
So again, once we got to this part of it where, you're kind of
there
pulling
was a
yourself
rope.
up with a rope, the guy behind me who's getting, I think, a little frustrated with me.
Here's the thing.
But that, you know what? My speed is my speed, dude.
OCR etiquette, especially something like this, you really want to wait for the person in front of you to get out of it before you go in it. Because if you go in behind somebody, you're either going to get kicked, they could let go of the rope, and then you're going to get their feet in your face. It's like, come on, you're not an elite racer.
It's
just
not
take
like
your time.
I'm going super slow either.
Yeah, just take your time.
I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, and then you got to use your upper body strength to pull yourself out.
And
then there's Laurie going, ah!
There I roll to the
I know,
side.
and he's like, get out of the way.
Move.
Get out of the way.
This is a marathon, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Get out of that tube.
All right, off, and then he waits.
It's like,
All right.
but, when you're in a hurry, you're in a hurry. Who knows?
All right.
All right.
Water break.
Water break.
I could use some water now, actually.
Awesome. Bottled water, that's nice. Nice touch. Usually around the water station, too, they'll have first aid. So, if you need some saline solution or a bandage or something like that, they'll help you out there. Awesome sauce. Yep, thanks. More water. Oh, the gauntlet. This one was so much fun. There's these, almost like a little ladder you got to walk across. And you have these giant inflatable, like, punching bags going back and forth. And so you got to get on it, and the people in front of you and in back of you are shaking it, and
Right.
you're trying to get across without falling off.
They're hollow, though. They're not super heavy. They're
right. They're just
light.
like inflatable bags.
And, because of you, we fell.
Excuse me, I was doing just fine until you got on that thing.
Kind of spoilers, everyone. We fall. Sorry about that. I guess I should have waited.
Spoiler alert.
There we go.
Ah! And then here comes Daniel. Wah! That was fun, though. That's always a fun one.
Yeah. So then we get up over this hill, and there's some more stuff. I can't remember exactly what it was. We'll have to watch and find out. But no, I think, I like obstacles like this where they put these inflatables in, kind of like the rock race where they have the big giant balls.
Oh, yeah. Inflatables are always fun to everybody. Oh, the head scratcher. Ah, yes. So this is basically a mud crawl, and they've got the barbed wire going across it, so you got to keep your head and butt down at all times.
Pretty much.
Or else you're going to get caught in the barbed wire. It wasn't really low, so, we've been in, actually, Atlas Race. Speaking of other races we were just talking about before they started, they had one of the lowest barbed wire crawls last year.
Right. Doesn't Spartan have like a mile of this?
Yeah.
Or something like, and it was all uphill. I remember doing it through Spartan, and it never ended.
Yeah. It's not actually a mile, but it sure as heck feels like a mile.
It feels like 3 miles.
Yeah, usually going uphill if there's a hill.
It was going straight uphill, I remember.
Well, if anybody wants to hear more about that or about Atlas Race, they're going to have to check out our podcast.
That's right, gettingdirtypodcast.com.
Sweet. Yep. It was muddy. Actually, I was really surprised in all this mud and water and stuff they had. There weren't any huge rocks. It was actually pretty soft mud.
No, that was good. That was fine. We've definitely been through worse.
Oh, yeah. And
I spot the photographer over there, so I thought, why not? Cha-chink. I don't think we ever got those pictures.
They're online. Actually, Rugged Maniac does free pictures.
Oh, I never even saw it.
Yeah, it was cool. All right. Away we go. Napoleon Complex.
Oh, God. These were horrible. See, speaking as the guy who did it. No, someone walking around the corner.
I had to spot you. Okay. There was so much mud on these rungs, you could barely climb up. It was crazy. And okay, I have to say, the reason why I walked around is because I had a pulled hamstring. I mean, in bending my knee like that, it was so painful. So, I mean, I actually had a brace on my knee and everything.
I'm checking it out. I'm looking, I'm trying to think, and I'm like, I saw some girl like kicking the mud off her shoe. I thought that was a good idea, so I started to do that too. But I find when I do these type of obstacles, I like to be on the end like this and use the ends to kind of help me
the sissy step. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. Do that way.
The girl step.
But but it was definitely hard. I mean, you're so slippery.
Yeah.
And you don't realize how hard this is.
Right,
and so I needed the sissy step, I guess. But it turns out there was like a notch or something on the other side. So once I heard that, like, or someone yelled it, or you did, or something, someone, like, it got to my attention that there was a easy way around this. So once I kind of, like, I did that.
Yeah.
And then I can grab it.
Right.
So then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, if they have the rungs like that, it definitely makes it easier. And then coming down on the other side. I mean, really, with this obstacle, the most challenging part is it's so slippery.
That's correct.
You just have to be careful because it's so slippery. So yeah, rubbing your shoes off in the dirt or in grass or even your hands, you're just trying to get some traction. And this one had 2 of them.
Yeah, so I walked up and you
mosey on down. And do the same thing on this one.
I actually fell the first time. Spoiler alert. Like, boom. Damn it.
I'm going to get you and conquer you all.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Good thing you know that's mud. Because if you didn't know that was mud, that actually looks pretty disgusting.
Could use that for those horror races.
Right.
Pumping the smell and you got something.
Oh, can you imagine? That'd be awful.
I think I got an idea for a race.
This is the shit wall.
And there's the explicit tag.
Oh, please. Just go bleep me. Just go bleep. All right. There's a nice leisurely pace.
Oh, yeah.
The pack mule. This was actually a lot of fun. You get your...
Speak for yourself.
It was fun.
You had the lighter one.
It was fun. I think the women had 35 pounds and the guys had 50 pounds.
It was heavy.
The rucksack.
I think I don't even get it the first time.
Well, you know what's kind of cool about these? And you can actually, if you are into weight training and training with these bags, you can actually buy these bags. And it's really nice because they're heavy duty and they got some nice nylon handles on them. So it makes it really easy to carry. So I think personally... they could have made this little obstacle longer because really what you did is they just took you out and around this little palm tree and then back in. And yeah, it was pretty short. I thought they could have made it longer.
Right.
Like Spartans carry like this is much longer. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, dude.
But it's kind of cool. You get your feet wet again. But look, my shoes are nice and clean. Off we go. Oh my gosh. This was fun. Waterworks. Now this is one, it's kind of interesting. And I remember this at the race we did last year when we did Rugged Maniac. It seems like the volunteers are a little confused on how to do this. So, some races when they have things like this set up, you do over under, or you do all under, or you do all over, but it doesn't really say. So on this one, everyone was kind of going over, but I thought it would have been more fun if it was more specific and like had people going over under.
Who's going to want to go under that?
Well, that's the point. That's the point. You go over under. But yeah, everybody went over. So, but it was still fun. It was cool. I mean, especially on a warm day, the water feels so good. You want to just swim in that murky brown water. All right. Sometimes you have to be careful coming out of those, too, because they're real slippery. That tarp gets slippery. All right. Let's cargo. This is an A-frame cargo net. Not too tough. I guess the hardest thing on this one is you got some slack. You want to make sure, though, on especially something like this, I personally, on the smaller ones like this, wait for the person to start going over before I go up because you don't want somebody accidentally falling back down under you. are falling on top of you. Now, some of the races that have huge A-frames, like Spartan in particular that I can think of, usually they'll have people going up, constantly. So you really can't avoid having somebody above you. But with these smaller ones, I always like to wait because you never know when somebody above you is going to lose their footing or, their grip. And you don't want to, mess up your race by someone else falling on top of you. But I
enjoy these.
No, I do too. They're a lot of fun. You get up on top, and like I said, there's some slack in the rope, so that adds a little bit of a challenge. And then you gotta kind of get a good gripping and flip yourself over the top. And this is another place where you usually see a lot of people getting a little scared. Any of these height obstacles, it seems like those are the ones where you see people getting the most intimidated. And then once you got a good grip and you get yourself over, going down's real easy. Same thing, you just got a little slack in the rope, so you just gotta watch it. But yeah, you can see Daniel's got his gloves on again. So obstacles usually put our gloves on, especially because some of the ropes, you can get those little rope splinters, or on the wood, you can get some splinters. So me personally, I like wearing gloves.
I do too. Whenever I remember to wear them, sometimes I flat out forget.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, in me, like I said, I usually take them off when I run and then just put them on for obstacles. So, I mean, some people, that's too cumbersome for them and they either wear them the whole time or they just don't wear them at all. But that's just what I do. It's all in your preference. Whatever your preference is. All right, so Daniel makes it down. Yay! Laurie made it down. Yay! Boom. We always do fist bumps after. You gotta
motivate each other.
You have to acknowledge every accomplishment.
Oh, man.
All right. Balance beams. This one is pretty tricky. And
again, slippery.
And if you notice, they have all of the balance beams nailed together. So when one person's shaking, they all shake. And you can see the mud caked on this as well. So lots of mud caked on it. So you do have some pretty good opportunity of falling into the water. Actually, it looks like these people are doing a pretty good job.
They make it look easy.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, this, definitely.
I was going super slow. I mean, I think I stood there for about a good 3 to 5 minutes before I did it. I mean, because I was trying to figure out a strategy to do it. And these girls, I let them cut in front of me, and they just went, no problem.
Yeah, well, if you have good core strength and good balance, you're good. Oh my gosh, this was the best obstacle ever. I love this obstacle, the speed trap. This was hilarious.
I went out there. I was standing, and then the worker, the volunteer, was like, "Come on, go,
run! You got to run fast.
All right, I guess I can run fast." And I'm watching him, and I'm like, "Ha, he fell, ha ha." I go, and I'm thinking, "I'm not gonna fall. Right?"
Right, because they're telling you got to run fast so you don't get stuck in the mud.
I'm like looking. I'm like, no one else is doing it.
I know. She's pointing at you. You go.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, fine. Here I go.
Run. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Don't fall. Don't fall. I could have stayed at this obstacle and watched people fall all day. It was hilarious. They had it going down into a slant, and then right when it got to the middle, there was a big dip.
Yeah.
So everybody fell.
They made it so that everyone falls on purpose.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was so fun watching people watch.
Are you throwing up? I mean, come on. Watch these guys. These guys think they can do it, man.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I ever laughed so hard. All right. The ringer. What's coming up? The ringer.
These are the ones I always fail at.
Yeah, these are the rings. Not monkey bar. Kind of like the monkey bars, but with rings.
I went for it.
Lots of upper body strength, which I have none of.
I had just enough,
Ah! Yep.
I kind of
There is actually a technique.
Yeah.
I
kind of know it too, but I just...
Yeah, it takes upper body strength. I don't know. We'll see if we see anybody doing it. I see a lot of people falling on these. And kind of the same thing, those first few rings are really slippery.
They're slippery. That's part of the problem.
Yeah, so something like this, the rings, I would say don't wear gloves. Yeah, your bare hands are going to be better.
I'm trying to get it. It's swinging.
I know.
There we go.
See, look at that guy. See, he's got the talent. You got to use your arms and, does he get it?
He's tall.
Yeah, so his legs are dragging.
Here we go.
Yes, a lot of people were falling on this one.
I'm doing all right. I can do this.
Yeah, Tough Mudder has an obstacle like this too, but it's up higher.
Oh, well.
You tried. Good try.
Try your best. That's all you can do.
Exactly. Ladder. So it's fun. It's all
Monkey bars too. I mean, I can't do those.
The last race I did, I actually made it across the monkey bars.
No, really?
I swear to God, I did. It was like the only time I ever did it. It was at a gladiator race. Frog hop. All right. Now, this one is pretty fun. It's almost like sometimes you'll see it called lily pads or something like that. It's actually these plastic shipping containers.
This is where a part of the... Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say plastic shipping containers in water, and you have to kind of balance across them, or, and of course, speed is your friend. The faster you go, the better chance you have. And some people who go really slow, you'll see that they keep falling in.
We're getting close to the end of the race, so here, watch me try and go across. Boom,
you got pretty far.
Boom, boom, like face.
Yeah, but you did really good.
I was just gonna say I got an external camera now because this was close to the end, and we walked over and I took some external shots of these next to like this,
Yeah, this one was This was a fun one too. It was a trampoline, and you went and you climbed up this like A-frame, and then you had to jump across the trampoline and hold on to the cargo net, and you had 2 of those that you had to do. So it was pretty fun. Anti-gravity is what it was called. And it was funny because I wasn't quite sure what it was going to be, but these were actually super bouncy trampolines.
Oh, yeah.
They were much more bouncy than I thought they were going to be. And then that's a padded wall. You have to like jump and grab the rope and then come on up. And that was another thing. I didn't realize that it was padded. So I mean, I guess if you were really good, you could actually, from that point right there, jump down and then grab it.
I do not have that kind of balls.
Yeah. If that was me, I would probably jump and then like land in the dirt.
I'm going down. I'm just going to... Because, by this point, it's close to the end of the race, and you're a little worn out from all the obstacles. And
you're just having fun.
Yeah.
We were totally just taking this one easy. Like I said, I was injured, and so we were just enjoying it. Really, if you listen to our podcast, we have 3 kids, and we're always busy, and we're always crazy doing things. So this was almost like a date night.
Right, exactly.
Date day, where it's like, oh, you would get away from the kids, and so we kind of milked it and just kind of took our time and just really enjoyed it.
All right, took some shots of some people.
All right, so this is the final obstacle. You have to go up this little mini half pipe,
and that guy's
quarter
like,
pipe.
That's easy.
Yeah, this is another thing, too. You see this at other races, and you really got to just run as fast as you can, and someone up above either needs to grab your hand or you need to be able to grab the
she's
top.
Not going fast enough.
No,
There's
she's
no
not.
Way.
No. Yeah.
Now, here I try.
I've done that before.
Here's me.
All right. You just got to wait for somebody to get out of the way, and then you go, and you're supposed to, you need to look at somebody and go you got me.
No.
No. It's a great view of the sky. Oh, camera's on me. Lost the camera. So if you
I only attempted one time.
Yeah, if you aren't able to do it, you could bow out and use the stairs. So you get up here. Like I said, this is kind of the last obstacle that you're doing. You now have a cargo net that you have to go across. This is always fun too, but it's amazing how many people are afraid to do this.
Do that.
Yeah.
That's like you're doing all this energy, man.
So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can go across like that. Sometimes I see people trying to walk across, or you can roll. I personally like the roll method because you
this person's in my way, so I roll over to the side.
You get a lot further, and you have less of a chance of getting a limb through the holes.
And here now you have no choice; you have to climb at this point of it. But when you go across those things, I roll exactly. You don't get caught.
Right. So now you've got some cargo containers that you're climbing up. It's about, probably about 20 feet high. I think there's 2 cargo containers on top of each other. So you get up to the top. You get up to the top. And now you're at the top.
And it's the final slide.
And there's this giant water slide that you get to go down and into this thing. Into this pool of water. Yeah. This water slide into water. 1, 2, 3, go! One of the things that I noticed on this is look at that. I totally skidded across like a rock. It was actually pretty fun. And then you're done.
And then you're done, and
you round the bank to the finish line.
Yeah. So anyway, that's Rugged Maniac. Everybody,
hands in the air.
Hope you enjoyed. We have a podcast. It's called Getting Dirty with Daniel and Laurie. It's at gettingdirtypodcast.com.
Check us out on iTunes. If you like this, you'll probably love our show. We don't take ourselves seriously. It's all about fun.
And here we are going through the finish line.
The one thing we always say is it's not how fast you are.
It's how good you look getting muddy. Something.
How good you look getting dirty. Kidding. After how many years you don't know that? It's not how fast you are. It's how good you look getting dirty.
Right on. Thanks for watching, everybody. Final shots and again, awesome stuff.
Booyah. Bye-bye.